What's up guys, and as always, thanks for tuning in to Millerbricks. And I just got back from a LEGO convention in Birmingham, Alabama, and it was super awesome. I'm gonna go share the details and share some of the stuff I got now, so let's hop right in. So last year I went to the Nashville Brick Fan Expo, and these are just some quick shots of it, but I was off on the drive to Birmingham. It was a pretty long drive because I forgot to bring anything to do in the car, but the view from the hotel was the most Birmingham view I've ever seen. It was just city and cars, and the night went by pretty fast. And then I went to chill in the lounge, and you wouldn't believe who I met at the breakfast. It is Dan, one of 8 official LEGO Masters in the world. But once I got to the convention, I saw Mark and Steven Erickson's, the winners of LEGO Masters Season 2 MOCs. This right here is a Ice Planet thing from the collectible minifigures space series. And then after that, there was some castles, and then this giant dune sandworm, which was really cool. The logo was pretty cool too. And then we have more of Mark and Steven's finale builds remakes by LEGO fans, and they were all really cool. They're all playing instruments in these, and they all have a different theming, which is cool. And then after that, we have these LEGO art pieces, and we have this really cool painting using cheese slopes on different sides to make the illusion of Mickey and Minnie. And then we have Minecraft, and there it is, the chicken jockey, the most infamous thing in our world today. And these Minecraft animals were really cool. Their heads can actually turn, from what I can remember, and they're pretty cool. And then we have these ginormous city buildings. I couldn't even get my camera far away enough to see all the height without filming like a ton of background, so sorry for that, but that just demonstrates the scale of how huge these things are, and it is really, really cool. I don't really understand how they supported that blue and yellow one, but it was really cool to admire all of that. I was just in awe. I couldn't get this last corner because someone was blocking me. But then we have GBC, Great Ball Contraption, and these guys are so amazing. I mean, look how funny those birds are. Those ones are probably one of the funniest ones, but I encourage you to watch this clip over again because it's really interesting how they do it, and it's practically just the same thing. So I wanted to ask, have any of you guys ever been to a convention before, a LEGO convention? If so, comment below. And I wanted to say, comment if you think I should do reviews or MOCs or experiences like this more, because I'm not really sure what I should do, and I've got a few ideas for my next videos, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. So comment your ideas below. And these are all really cool. They're using LEGO power functions, LEGO Spike, and a ton of other cool things. And I just think it's amazing how all of these are angular motors, and they're just using Technic and gears to do all this, because LEGO can be a very limited system sometimes where pieces are even color locked, and the aesthetics on this is looking really good. I tried to follow the balls the best as I could on this one, but it was just chaos what was happening. I still don't really even know what's happening. Looks like a tread going up to another slide, and then another tread dropping off another slide, thus shooting it through this, and then just doing another whole routine, and then going up somehow to who knows where, and then getting dropped off down here, and then the same thing repeats itself, and it just goes down in this brown thing. It's really funny. And then goes down here to, I don't really understand how that works, but it does. And then they're flexing all of their engraved bricks from previous conventions. Then it goes down this gargantuan thing, and this went by really, really fast. The glass planes, I don't know why, but it went really, really fast. And then we have these things, the motorized stairs, as I like to call them, even though I'm sure that's not their professional name. I'm not really good at Technic stuff, so I don't really memorize all these lingos. So then we have more stairs. Those yellow gear arcs are really cool. I don't know a proper term, but you can do a lot with them. And they have these things. Shout out to Lego Castle. And it's honestly a pretty nice castle for Technic builders. No offense. And yeah, it's just overall really cool. We've got more gears, bringing these guys up. And then we've got it's more classic from just here. But then we get to this thing, which I've seen before, where it just picks up the balls in a really weird way and drops them down this. And then some like bulldozer things that just put them into a bulldozer. And then they're flexing more engraved bricks. And then through these gears, through more gears. And then I have no idea how this works. I'm sure if I looked at it for 10 minutes straight, I could probably figure it out. But it's just amazing what they can do with all these gears. And then they're doing the thing where they pick up the balls and put them in a different spot. And I don't really know what's happening there. I don't know how it's lifting up, but it is really cool. And then more claw grabbers. And then they go through this thing, which actually looks like it had a lot of mistakes because of all the balls on the bottom. And they have this hilariously funny toilet where the thing actually flushes when one of the balls go down, which is really funny. And then it goes up through another elevator, then across these. I thought this part was a little bit slow, but it is cool that they can do that once again with just such limited parts. And then these guys were my favorite besides the birds, because how they just pick up the balls and once they do they turn around. I don't know how they did that. And then it goes through more of those yellow gear arcs that I was talking about. Then shout out to Great Ball Contraption. And then it goes up more stairs, up another elevator, and then down through a ton of gears that took a lot longer than they should have, and then more stairs. I don't even know how they get those angles. And that's probably the most confusing one for me, just like the amount of gears and Technic that it took to do that. And then it goes down a spiral staircase. This next part is a little slow because the people in front of me were not really moving at all. And then they go down through this crane, and once again this part goes a lot faster. It's just angles going down a fall, so it goes bounce, 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 bounce all the way down, which is funny. And then it goes up through another elevator, and then I pretty much have to stop right here. I missed like 2 contraptions just because of the people in front of me, and one of the machines actually broke. But apart from that, they use this X technique to lift it up with a gear, and then a SpongeBob, and then this gear contraption that kind of looks Tron-like. And then we've got these little houses, and then this one's really funny. It looks like he's working out, but he's really lifting up the balls. That one's really funny too. And then just regular Technic stuff. And then some people shared their techniques, which was really cool. Did some experiences. Met a ton of cool people from Lego Masters. That's Corey, and that is Ethan the Artisan. And now to move on to some of the stuff I got. We got this shout out to the Lego house set, and that first model I just showed was the Lego house in Bill in Denmark. And now we have the Tree of Creativity, Lego castle on the bottom, and a few other classic sets throughout it. Then we have the dinosaurs. In real life, the red one is made of Duplo, the green and tan one is made of System Bricks, and the yellow one is made of Technic. And then this green molding machine. All of these are actually bigger sets. It's kind of like the Micro Ninjago City Markets, how they're shouting out bigger and more expensive sets. And I only got this for $45, which is pretty cool because it was a gift with purchase during Black Friday a few years back, which is pretty cool that I got it for such a low price. And then I have a few autograph things, and then just to spit a minifigure for fun. I also got this Lego t-shirt, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.